Hey, all right. Welcome to Vibe Osmosis. How are you doing today?
Hello, I'm good. How are you? I'm a bit tired though.
Bit tired? Yeah, it's been a long one. Even though for me it's like just now starting the day. I've been dealing with Amazon. So like every single time that they try and deliver, they like never contact me, but I have to be down there to answer the damn door. So it gets a little frustrating. Like, do I stand outside all day until Amazon is here? But then sometimes it'll be like the package won't be delivered until like 10 o'clock. I'm like, well, fuck you. I'm not standing out there until 10 o'clock to make sure my damn package gets here. All right, so go ahead and introduce yourself and what you do.
All right, so yeah, my name is Emilia. I'm 24 years old, actually turning 25 in a few weeks.
Okay.
um, sorry, what? What did you say?
Yeah, what was your sign? What was your birthday?
Oh, it's on May 4th,
Okay.
so I'm a Taurus. And yeah, I make music.
And how long have you been making music?
Um, I think for 2 years now. But before I played a bit ukulele and stuff, but nothing like now.
Yeah, so I have listened to what you have out on Spotify and streaming platforms. What was the first thing that got you interested in making music?
um, well, I'm not sure. I think I was always interested in making music. Like when I was a little kid, I was singing in the choir and stuff, and yeah. But for a really long time, I had no idea like how to really start that and like upload songs and everything. But I have some really cool friends who also make music, and they kind of introduced me into how to make my own music.
And what did you like? You like remember like your first gear? What did you first start recording with?
um, I just bought a really cheap microphone from Amazon, and I got a MIDI keyboard for Christmas, and had my laptop with a GarageBand, and that's actually the way I record now. So nothing has changed.
Okay. Okay. So like what was like the very first thing that you were interested in buying whenever you were interested in making music?
um, I think my MIDI keyboard.
Okay, okay. All right, so do you have pets or yeah, are you an animal person?
Sorry.
Do you have pets? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I have a little dog, but it lives with my family, so it's not staying with me.
Okay, okay. Also, what would you consider your spirit animal?
Oh damn. I have no idea actually. Um, what would you think? Like, what's your impression? Like, what do you think?
Oh,
Which
I
suits
would say
you?
something like along the lines of like a koala, or like a bear of some sort. That's my take.
Okay, how come?
Like they are always sleepy and cuddly. And
Okay.
that's my take on it. So, what's your favorite song of yours?
I think it's my cover of "See the Girl."
Okay, yeah, I really like I See the Girl. Yeah, that one's really cool. I seen that you did like a collaboration thing where you have a couple songs on. What kind of inspired that?
Like, which one of those do you mean? Like, I collaborated with a band called Dignified Burial and
Yes,
another
yeah,
one which was Dancing under 90. But you mean the first one?
yeah. It's like they should have found me by now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
that
right.
was very cool.
Like they're friends of mine, and yeah, they just asked me if I want to collaborate for some songs, and I said yes. So this.
So what's some of your favorite movies?
My favorite movies. Oh, I've been really into Greg Araki movies recently. So like Nowhere and Doom Generation. I know. Have you seen those?
No.
They're really cool. I love the aesthetics, like they're crazy, and also the soundtrack's really nice.
So, would you consider yourself like a scary movie person, a thriller, or do you go for genre, or is it more for style or the actor?
Um, I don't think I have a favorite genre. I don't know. I love good soundtracks in movies and aesthetics and cool actors and acting skills. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like not a specific genre, I guess. But I'm not the biggest fan of horror movies, so
Okay. Yeah, though to say they're always a hit or miss, and like at the end of the day, I feel like it's like you're watching it because of how bad it is. I just recently got into the Ty West ones. I missed out. I only watched X or The Pearl, and I didn't watch X, and didn't know like you had to watch like all these to have the sequence to be ready for the next one. Um,
uh,
one of the ones I just recently got into is like the newer Dune series. Have you seen the
uh,
Dune?
no, I haven't. But I heard it's good.
Yeah, it's very weird. I don't understand the majority of it half the time of what they're talking about, but I'm like, this shit is crazy.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe I have to watch it.
Okay, yeah. So what would you consider a guilty pleasure?
um, um, like maybe sometimes listening to weird music. I don't know.
That totally counts. Yeah, so here's a classic one. What would you say is like a random fact about yourself that nobody else knows?
Oh, well, the first thing that comes to my mind, but some of my friends already know this, so, but like I can do nuts into like spaghetti noodles with my tongue.
Okay, so what's your favorite kind of pasta?
uh, Probably spaghetti.
Spaghetti? Okay. If you were gonna like choose the sauce, why are you talking like red sauce, creamy sauce, cheese sauce? What's your vibe?
Definitely red sauce.
Okay, okay. Are you a fan of like garlic or would you rather make it spicy?
mm, I like spicy, I think.
Me
I mean,
too.
nothing wrong with garlic, but spicy is nice.
Yeah, I'm like the garlic bread covers the deal. So it's like if you can make the sauce a little more interesting, then you have a really banging pasta dish. All right, so yeah, here's a classic vibe osmosis question actually. If you were stranded on an island, but you could only take one thing with you, what would you bring?
One thing, oh damn. Probably um a chopstick. Because my hands always get dry.
No, that's a great call. I feel like
I'm addicted.
coconut, yeah, coconut stuff like goes a long way. Yeah, all right, so with your music, what was like the first thing that you started working on? Did you have like demos or and like you just didn't ever put them out or an album or was it always focused on
um,
singles?
Actually, I did this one song, which was my first song I did with like the MIDI keyboard and stuff. But it's too. I don't really like it anymore. Like I think I can never upload it. I actually haven't listened to it in a really long time, so I will never know.
What's your process on recording? What do you start with?
I think it's always different. So, I mean, whatever comes into my mind first, but I think it's always first instrumental and then like vocals. But also I don't really have like um, I don't know skills in making music, so I just try things out and hope everything works out. And I mean, it kind of does. So,
Yeah, yeah. Also, I guess, have you always been based out in Germany?
yes.
Okay. So, what's your favorite thing to do in Germany?
Oh, my favorite thing to do in Germany. I don't know. I like traveling like to different cities. Right now I live in Stuttgart, but I love traveling to Berlin or I don't know Cologne. Like there are some pretty cool cities, I think.
Like, do you like visit markets, or do you kind of always go for like a show or like a place to eat? What do you look for?
Mm, I love going to concerts, of course.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, what's like your favorite kind of venue? Is it a lounge, a club, or like a bar?
Um, I think I mostly played in like little clubs or something, and I always like it, like with the disco ball, a big one hanging there, and yeah, I
Yeah.
think that's nice.
Um, in a nutshell, how would you explain your music to someone who never listened to it?
I don't even know how to explain my music to myself. Like I have no idea. Like maybe some dreamy lo-fi synthesizer stuff. I don't know. Something like that. But
Um,
also
Like my recent releases with my
yeah.
friend Dancing at 990 are a bit different. So yeah, I always like to try different genres and stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
And also like with recording, whenever you're working with somebody else, how do you navigate that? Is it like you have an idea and like you pitch it to them, or do they already have something and send you like what they have in mind?
Yeah, all of that kind of. So, um, yeah, all of that already happened. So, like sometimes people send me stuff and they're like, "Yeah, we'd love to make something with you, and we want to record something on it." Or I send stuff to other people and ask, "Yeah, do you want to do something with it?" And yeah.
Okay. And what kind of music do you listen to?
um, I think it's mostly like new wave stuff or 80s. Um, yeah, synth pop. Yeah, I think.
Like what was some of the first music that you listened to that you were like, "Oh, I could do that too."
Um, like I don't really had the thought. Like I didn't listen to anything and thought, oh, I could do that too. It's just, I mean, I've always been into 80s because my parents love music from the 80s and all my siblings, and since I was a little kid I always listened to it. Like my favorite song when I was a kid was Africa from Toto.
Yeah.
And yeah, so this always kind of sticks with me. And I also love like German 80s music. There are a lot of bangers and that always kind of
Right.
inspired me.
Yeah, so what would be one that you'd recommend to a typical American?
um I don't know. Oh wait, can I have a quick look at a playlist?
Yeah, that's totally fine. That's
Um,
pretty funny
oh,
that you'd
okay,
say,
there's one song in my mind right now. It's
yeah.
called Bei dir ist noch Licht, which means there's damn, how do I translate it? The light is still turned on or something, something like that. Bei dir ist noch Licht. Yeah, I love that song.
Taking note, also one thing about Toto, they did the soundtrack for the original Dune movie with David
Oh
Lynch.
really?
Yeah. And that's one thing about that one that makes it like so much like you had a vision for like how things should look and how things should sound. And like also Toto is one of those bands for me where I can always get stoned and listen to and have a good time with. Yeah, so like have you ever took any LSD or mushrooms? Are you allowed to say?
No, I haven't.
Are you ever interested in doing psychedelics?
I mean, I haven't been yet.
Not yet.
But I imagine it to be really crazy. Like, I don't know.
I always say if you haven't done it by this time, don't ever do it.
So you've done it?
Oh, I'm a heavy tripper. Yeah, so have you ever ran from the cops?
Um, no, I don't.
What was your first gig? Do you remember?
Oh yeah, it was really spontaneous. I got asked like a few days before, and it was playing support for a bigger act I already knew. And like I went to university with a girl who did the booking for a venue. And so she asked me like, hey, do you want to play a support act? And I was like, oh my god, I mean, yes, why not?
Yeah.
I was super nervous, and I'm still nervous, like when I do gigs now.
Yeah, so like what kind of gear or stuff do you bring for a live show? Do you bring everything that you like typically work with, or do you have like a little like minimal setup?
Yeah, I have a laptop I bring and like two pedals for my vocals.
Okay.
And I have a friend now who plays bass guitar for me now.
Very nice.
Yeah.
What was like the first instrument that you learned?
The flute.
The flute?
Yeah.
How old were you whenever you learned the flute?
Probably, I don't know, 6 or 7 or something.
You see, I was also a band kid, and I hated doing pep rallies and stuff like that. But like every single time, like in high school, whenever I started taking it a little bit more serious with music, I was like, oh, so this is how you actually like learn about music. Did you ever like have lessons for other stuff like piano or guitar or whatever?
No, sadly not.
No, so are you typically self-taught?
A what?
Are you like self-taught?
Oh yeah, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I can't like, I don't know, I can't play guitar. I mean, I did a song actually where I played guitar, but I can't read like notes and stuff, and yeah, like I don't know how to say, like I don't know, chords and yeah, all these things. I just try out what sounds good, and then yeah.
So what got you into recording your own stuff?
Sorry?
Like what got you into recording your own stuff?
Can you say that again? I'm sorry, I always get awkward and when talking English with people. Like when I text somebody, I'm like a perfect English speaker, and then I need to talk and listen, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah. Well, you're doing. Yeah, I mean, I say your English is very, very impressive. Then, all right. So,
Thanks.
what got you into recording your own music? Did you record your own music from the beginning?
Oh yeah, I did.
Huh. So like you always use GarageBand, or did you ever?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you ever?
Always GarageBand.
Have you ever considered doing something different, like Logic or Ableton or like tapes, whatever?
For sure, but I don't have money. And like GarageBand is installed on my laptop, so I use it.
I use the power of the internet, but also
Yeah.
at the same time, like whenever I download like torrent stuff, and I realize like my friends that bought Logic have better stuff, I'm like, well, god damn, like I should have bought the real thing because I'd be like upgraded and have this done a lot easier than what I've been doing. I guess it's also like the hard work. Here's some classic vibe osmosis questions.
Okay.
If you had a time machine, would you go forwards or backwards?
Backwards.
To when?
70s, 80s, 90s, kind of.
Yeah.
Or like the 20s, or would be interesting too. I don't know. But definitely backwards.
Definitely backwards. And also, like, if you were gonna have a dinner, who would be the 5 people that you would invite to your dinner? If they were like,
yeah, 5 people. That's a lot. Okay. Maybe Jonathan Richman, like the singer from the Modern Lovers, because my favorite song ever is Hospital from the Modern Lovers, and I think he's really cool. And
yeah.
also another iconic guy is John Cooper Clarke. Like people that are musicians or just anybody?
Anybody.
Okay. My best friend.
Yeah, they get
Sure.
yeah. I think the friend can experience this with you.
So I got two people left, right? Um, damn, it's tough. I would also invite you, and you can bring a +1.
I think my +1 is either Jim Morrison or like I'm thinking another classic one like John Lennon.
Okay, yeah,
It'd be pretty funny to have them on the table.
for sure.
I think my top five would probably have to be Jimi Hendrix, probably all artists like Andy Warhol,
Mhm.
Jim Morrison, and probably Janis Joplin.
Mhm.
So I think I would keep it all in the weird frame of people where it's like that conversation could go any way, however that dinner party was gonna happen.
Yeah.
All right, so what are like some favorite directors that you have?
Definitely David Lynch, and yeah, I think Greg Araki. Yeah, I think these are my two favorites.
Do you remember the first concert you ever seen?
Oh yeah. I was there with my parents. Like it's a musician called DJ Bobo.
Hey, Bobo.
You might not know him.
No.
I don't know. It's a bit embarrassing.
Like he was rocking that night. Okay.
But then, like when I was older, like the first real concert, like I went with friends, was Milky Chance. You maybe know Milky Chance.
No.
He's also from Germany, but he got also kind of big in the US and in other countries.
And also, like, whenever you were starting to work on music, did you ever like have the vision of like doing your own tour and that kind of stuff, or is that something that you want to do?
I would love to do that. I would also love to record an album or something. But when I started uploading music, like I didn't think of playing it live because I can be a super shy and introverted person, and so singing in front of people is kind of a big deal. But whenever I get on stage, it's like totally fine. It's just before I'm like, oh my god, I'm shaking, and why am I even doing this? But then afterwards, I'm always like, okay, I want to do it again.
Yeah, so would you consider like have you ever had like a bomb where like everybody was just not feeling it?
Oh yeah, I think it was one or two times. Like one time I played in a bar, and I mean the event was nice, but there were not a lot of people, and like the people were talking, so I felt like I don't know, why am I even singing?
Definitely.
So I mean it's fine, it was a bar, but probably not the best place to play a gig, or yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I definitely have done some ones where I did too much drugs, and by the time that I was playing, like I had no clue how I sounded, and to others who were there, they were like, "You're on a whole new wave. You're out of this world." If they even stayed, and then of course there'd be like the old guys that'd be like, "You didn't play any country, you didn't play any rock songs, or you didn't sound like this, or you were sounding like a stoner and shit like that." But I'm like, I'm here in the Midwest. I definitely put this on myself. Here's a classic one too. Do you remember the first time you fell in love?
Yeah. This was probably or I don't know, like the first. The first verse was probably in elementary school when I was like, I don't know, 8 or something.
What would you say your childhood was like?
it was sweet. Like I grew up with many siblings, and
Yeah.
from a pretty like a really small town in the middle of Germany. So yeah.
I have four older sisters. How many siblings do you have?
I have three older brothers and two
Three older
younger
brothers.
sisters.
Oh man, so you are really in the whole mix of it right here.
Yeah.
Would you consider yourself a spiritual person, or do you know how like a have like a certain meaning on life or anything like that?
Um, I mean, kind of. Like, I think stuff like that is really interesting, but I'm not like that deep into it, but I'm definitely open for it, so yeah.
Here's a classic one. Do you fear death? Do you know what happens whenever you die?
Oh yeah, I think I fear death. Like I'm not thinking about it too much, but when I think of it, it scares me.
Yeah. And also, do you remember your dreams?
Oh, sometimes, but not really often. But when I do, it's like crazy, and I always like when like I wake up in the middle of the night and I remember that I dreamed something, and I also remember what it was. But then I'm like, do I write it down or will I remember it when I wake up in a few hours? And I'm always like, I will remember it, and then I wake up again and I'm like, oh damn, I don't.
There's sometimes whenever I'm like working on music or something and like I'm like, oh, that phrase or that sentence or whatever, I'll probably remember that. That's in my subconscious because I thought about this today. Then I'm like, I should have wrote it down. I don't remember what the fuck I was talking about. And that's kind of where I'm at with dreams lately. It's like even whenever it's a nightmare or a bad dream, I'm like, I probably should have wrote that down. That shit was trauma.
Yeah.
It was the reason why I woke up anxious and sweaty. A classic Bible question. If you had three superpowers, what would it be?
Um, Probably teleportation. um, Maybe like reading people's minds. And like becoming invisible sometimes or something like that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
in embarrassing situations, like just.
Yeah, so what would you say is like the most embarrassing thing? Do you have one to shout out?
Mm,
Maybe even people have not seen.
I don't know. I feel like I'm a really awkward person sometimes, but I don't have like this specific one where I'm like, oh yeah, that was it.
I definitely have one. Like the other, oh yeah, the other night. I mean, this person I was seeing, I like was working all day, and I just quit smoking, I just quit drinking and everything. So
Oh
it was
really?
the best day, yeah. So I was having the best day, and I was ready to get the home, get home after work. And they were like, "Oh, well, basically right down the street if you want to wait for me to like walk with me home." So I actually walked. I already passed that area. I walked to that bar after the street, after I get off work, and then I'm waiting. They finally come out, and then we're walking back, and I'm just like totally not having it. They were like, "This is by far the last time that I'm ever gonna fuck with you or deal with you because you were such a little bitch that night." And I'm like, "Valid. Like I won't." It's kind of an embarrassing moment, but also like, I kind of fucked up. I mean, that's not the only embarrassing moment. Like, there's definitely been like I took a shower after work, and like I had the only one pair of underwear, and I dropped my underwear, and it got completely soaked, and I had
Oh
to
no.
yeah, I had to leave my underwear there hanging up to dry. And,
Oh damn.
yeah, I had to walk back home without any underwear. Terrible, terrible day.
I just remember like, I was on a festival last year, and I don't know, there just happened to be like 3 hours or something. I absolutely don't remember. Like, I have no idea what I did that time, so maybe I did something embarrassing. I don't know.
Yeah, or what would you consider like some hobbies that you have outside of doing music?
I was a dancer for a really long time, but not anymore. Like I started doing ballet and, but also like I think I did almost every kind of dance you could do probably. I did hip hop, ballet, Irish dance, like everything. But I mostly stick to doing ballet. Yeah.
So whenever you work on music, do you ever think about like a choreography dance for what you do?
Um, no, but maybe I will start now.
Good. I mean, you got the moves. I mean, not everyone's got that talent. I feel like whenever I'm like, yeah, I got some moves at the dance club. I'm just like, I've been listening to that new fresh shit from out of New Orleans. They're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I be on that Afro glitch junk shit, man. You don't even know what I be, because I have no existing moves at all. It's probably the same repetition. I probably look just ridiculous. So also this one's a classic one. What's like some of your favorite desserts?
Ooh. I actually like what's it called? I think it's licorice. Yeah, I like that. I don't know. I don't know if you can call it a dessert, but I just thought of it as candy. But
Are we talking Twizzlers? Are we talking like in the bites, the chewables, the twisties, or any liquor?
you know, these really long, thin things. Like, do you have those?
Yeah, we call them Twizzlers.
Okay, yeah, I don't know what they're called here. It's just I don't know.
Fancy licorice, I see. Yeah, something maybe we don't have here. At least in Seattle. Alright. Yeah, so what would be your last meal, your last ultimate meal?
I think maybe. Oh, I don't know the English word for this, but it's in Germany. It's called Maultaschen. Wait, I'm doing the translation of this.
Sure. I'm interested in what this is.
In Stuttgart, where I live, they're a regional thing also. I don't think there's a real translation on this actually.
Then what's the ingredients?
Like it's a kind of like noodle things, but like filled with something.
Okay.
But they're like bigger. They're like I don't know, like this size, and there's like I'm vegetarian, so just some vegetarian stuff in it, and yeah, I like that.
So noodle that's like has it filling with what you get to choose in a sense.
Yeah, kind of. What would yours be?
Oh, last meal would be. I probably would choose like the most like terrible buffet style of food. There was like this place called Ponderosa I used to go to all the time, and they had like ultimate nice like fried chicken, and there would just be like all the kind of fried chicken you could have, like from regular wings, hot wings, barbecue wings, and I would say like it'd be like a wing buffet of some sort, and it would also have to like include like the classic like Chinese American style, and like a small like burger patty, like hamburgers or cheeseburgers. I think that would be like a weird buffet. And see,
a buffet is actually a really good idea.
you see,
Maybe I would change my answer to a nice buffet.
it's like I think get the best of both worlds, especially if they have sushi there.
Yeah, buffet is definitely a great idea. Yeah.
Okay, so also before we go, what kind of TV shows do you like?
I mean, since one of my favorite directors is David Lynch, I had a phase where I was really into Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
Oh damn! I had like the golden DVD box with like the whole series on. But I lost like one of them, and now I can't watch it anymore. And like all the time stopping at the same episode because I don't have what comes next, and it triggers me.
Yeah, like that just throws off the whole vibe. Yeah, there's something about Twin Peaks. I think the style and the weirdness of that.
Yeah, I love the weirdness.
Yeah, it goes a long way, and especially you're always trying to dissect like who are these characters?
Yeah.
Who are these people? And yeah, like even the later season, I kind of wish that they kind of went with like a new murder, new story about like who's missing or something, because then it would give that like weird thing, like we don't know like what's gonna happen next, because even though like at the end we find out like he's now evil and trapped and stuff, like that gap in between, you're like there was so much that we could get into on like the time it took until the later seasons, you know. That's just like one of the ones where I really appreciate like the weird character development and stuff on. Also, I guess before we go, who are some artists and people that you think like you're inspired by?
I think I'm inspired by, for example, Jennifer Jacuzzi. Like I love her music, and I would love to make music like this kind of style. I think it's really cool.
Yeah. It's like a new wave of Madonna times trippy.
Yeah. Also, do you know like Molly Nielsen, for example?
No.
You should listen to her. She's really cool.
Take notes. And also, I guess before we go, do you have anybody you want to shout out?
Shout out.
Preto.
Sorry.
Anybody come to mind?
My family, my dog,
My family, my dog.
my best friend Sarah.
Very nice, very nice. Well, in this case, thank you for taking the time to join Vibe
Oh, wait, I also want to wait. I got some.
Oh no! What kind of style are these?
Glasses.
Those are the perfect kind. Yeah. I need to give me a set of those. Where do you find those at?
Actually, my best friend Sarah, who just shouted out to, gave them to me.
Those are definitely iconic, and I'm a fan of the furs.
Yeah, same.
Well, thank you for taking the time to join Vibe Osmosis. I'll be getting this out there shortly.
Alright, thank you for having me.
Thank you. I appreciate taking this time.
USA, and I don't know what to do, and I don't know what to say, but I try to keep myself upon the place called USA, 'cause I think it's a bunch of bullshit that ruins all people, but we can't think of all the situations. To all the people with their guns and their control, so we said no, fuck the system, we're gay. And with our minds find out the cause, real. And dance. Really be and we